Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Vintage Story. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing great. So in the last episode we found this ruin to start out with and a meteor right next to it. And oh my gosh, this is a heck of an epic beginning. So yeah, I want to continue on today with what I have been doing as far as survival is concerned. So because of that, I've been kind of clearing out some of the grass around here, and we are going to utilize this little pond right here for a garden. So before we do that, though, I need to be able to build a wall around it. And to build that wall, what I'm thinking to do is pull up all of these granite cobble here. But I want to make sure that there isn't anything inside of this as well. So what I'm going to do is dig out the middle of this thing, and there's definitely some cobble structures under here, but I don't think there's going to actually be anything. Like I say, I have never found anything inside of one of these, so I'm not going to hold my breath too much. But we definitely need to dig all of this out, make sure that we've got all the cobblestone, then we'll refill everything with medium fertility soil. And that will work great for our garden. So let me just sit here and do some digging for a while, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So I now have this little space walled off, and that is really nice because this is going to serve twofold. First off, of course, it's going to allow us to have a garden, and that will attract rabbits. And so we will be digging a trench around this to catch the rabbits as they come and try to break up the garden. The other thing is that it gives us more space to do things. You know, we were walled off right here before, but now we're open up into a larger area. We can actually remove part of this or make it taller. I know that right now it is actually protecting some stuff underneath it, but it's not necessary. But a really nice thing, though, is the fact that we now have a sheep over here. So if we go over to this side, we can see there is a ewe and her baby stuck inside of here. Now, I guess we do kind of need to get rid of those or else things can get to us. But, yeah, the ram was walking around out here somewhere, and he disappeared. He actually headbutted me and took half of my health away from me. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. And we also have some of these carrots that were here have ripened because I tilled the ground underneath them. So that's pretty good. So if we look at what we've got now for food supplies, oh yeah, and I already killed a rabbit, so we have 3 raw red meat, but we have some carrots, and we have the red meat that we will need to be cooking here soon. And then we have all of this at the moment. So that is 3 carrots, 7 rye, 3 flax, and 6 turnips at the moment. So that is pretty good if you ask me. And this carrot will be ripe here pretty soon. Now, we do have to worry about crop rotation here, because there is fertility in the soil, but I don't think we should have too much trouble at the moment because all that we need to do is kind of walk our way around the field as we go. So like this one here, even having just had carrots on it, I wouldn't be concerned at all with planting carrots there again. So we'll go ahead and plant our carrots there. We'll plant some of this stuff here, the flax, and then the turnips, and I thought that I had tilled enough, I guess not. So yeah, that's going to give us a garden, and we will be able to get all kinds of additional food now from that. So I suppose gonna get rid of the nighttime again, dig the trench around the outside of this to catch the rabbits, and then we can look at what else we can move on to today. Well, that's great. Another wolf got me. That's just wonderful. Well, back to the base we go with the wolf inside. Well, I saw the wolf out there, so figured I might as well get the hares that have already been trapped in our trap taken care of. Because, yeah, red meat and hides, well, the hides for sure are going to come in really handy here very soon when we need to get into leather making. But, yeah, as long as we keep some long grass around this, we will be able to continue to have rabbits spawn, and we can capture them. And so, yeah, we can see here's another one. And if we really wanted to, we could try to make these our pets in some way, shape, or form. I really don't want to. So I figured a good thing to do would be to go out and get some additional resources. So I figured the most important thing to begin with was more cattails so that we could make more baskets. So I guess I didn't mention this. I have the carry capacity mod on from CopyGirl. So yeah, I have a basket on my back. I also have enough resources to carry to craft 2 more at the moment. And now I am finding some ripe food products, so that's always good. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this, looking for some various resources that we need. Now I saw some turnips over here. Oh, yeah, that's right, I uncovered these. So yeah, I found some turnips here. We don't have enough inventory space. So I suppose, well, this is something that I could do for the moment, is just place those down. So I guess we're going to need to get back into the base here, and my gosh, there are a lot of pigs around here. Love to be able to capture some of those. But we'll get back into the base, throw down a couple more chests, and hopefully go out and find some more stuff. The biggest one that I'm looking for right now is copper. So if we could find some copper, that would be awesome. So I got to thinking we could spend a whole bunch of time searching for copper and potentially not find anything. And instead, what I think we're going to do is we're going to take some sand and do some panning. So to do that, we first need to make the pan, which, is that not, okay, I guess it matters which side the knife is on. So we need to make the wooden pan, and then we need either sand or gravel. So what we do is we stand in a pool of water, we place down some sand, we grab a layer off of it, and we will get some stuff from sifting through that. And occasionally we will get copper nuggets, we can get tin, zinc, the stones, so we'll get a lot of bauxite stones out of this. There's a lot of things that we can get. And so I think I'm going to spend this night, because night just fell, panning through this sand for a while. We'll see what we can come up with. Well, that was nearly a disaster. I don't know that I like him going over there. He can get up on the wall from there. Okay, good. He didn't, though. Let's see if we can drop this there so that he can't get up at all. Okay, can we hit you? My gosh, he did a lot of damage to me. There we go. He's running away. And that's the trouble, he can go over the wall. So there's obviously some spots here that my wall is not very secure. Because I've had drifters come over the wall and wolves come over the wall. So I've got to try to figure out what is going on there, but I do see we have chickens in here, or a chicken. That's great. That is actually really good. Well, I think that where they're coming over, nope, that is not the right thing, is right over here. So there is this spot that is a bit shallower, and they could bridge that gap. So I think what I'm going to do is place that right there, and then hopefully we don't have any more of those issues. I already put this piece right here. Just double check that there isn't anything else along here that looks like they could get over. It doesn't really seem that way. Oh, we have a pig in here now. That is nice. So, yeah, now it looks like we just get to continue with our panning as we slowly try to heal back up. And you can see I have gotten quite a bit of stuff. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results of this. I'm just about done. But, my gosh, that wolf just walked into view as I was watching a video by Dr. Becky, and oh geez, that scared the holy living daylights out of me. So I have officially finished sieving through an entire stack of sand, and yeah, the proceeds are pretty good. 43 flint, 6 zinc. We had 2 copper spearheads that I turned into copper spears to deal with that wolf. We've got some splint flint spearheads. Wow, that was an interesting one. Some rusty gears. Oh, there's more spearheads. But, oh, because they only stack in sets of 4. Ah, that makes sense. Some copper arrowheads, some flint arrowheads, bunch of quartz and clear quartz, and that's going to allow us to make some clear quartz. Wow, the words. Clear quartz glass if we want to, or we could smelt the quartz chunks into regular glass. But I think we have to do that in a, not in a crucible, in a bloomery? I can't remember. And then a lot of bauxite stones, a little bit of blue clay, and exactly enough copper nuggets to make 3 things. So we need to grab a bit more clay, and we will make up a few molds that we would need. So the most important one, of course, is the pickaxe. But we also need a hammer mold, because anything that we dig up with the pickaxe, as far as ores is concerned, will have to be broken with a hammer in order to be able to be processed. And the final one, I think I might go with another pickaxe. No, you know what? We're going to go with a prospecting pick, because those, we're probably not going to see a large amount of ores around here, and so I feel like we would be much better off going with digging and just checking for ores. So I'm going to get these made up. Each one of them will require its own pit kiln to fire, and while they are finishing the firing process, I will get the copper into the crucible and get it smelting. And yeah, 60 nuggets will give us exactly 3 ingots, so that will fill all 3 of these molds beautifully. So I will get this all taken care of, and then hopefully we can go out and actually find something and do some mining. Well, that's nifty. So I went through and got all of the drifters in our trench killed, and yeah, a temporal gear. So that is going to allow us to... Stupid bunnies. That is going to allow us to set our spawn here. That is pretty nifty. You know, I definitely was not expecting that. But yeah, there were a lot of drifters in here. That temporal gear actually came from about the 5th one that I killed over there in that corner. And you can see they just keep on coming. Now, the best part about this trench, though, is right up here, where you can see there's a whole bunch of baby pigs. But guess what? There's several adults, too. So, yeah, that's pretty nifty. So, yeah, temporal gear. I guess I get to set my spawn point. So, let's make sure that we don't hit the pig. No! Dang it. I'm gonna die. I got killed by a pig! Really? I guess that's a thing. Oh, that's horrible. Well, our molds are finally ready, and so because of that, I am down preheating the copper nuggets with dry grass. So this will take it up to 600 degrees, and I'm actually going to swap this in for sticks here in just a bit, because sticks will go to 700, and then I think we can actually melt the copper the rest of the way with just 2 pieces of charcoal, which, as you can see in my hotbar, I only have a whopping 4 pieces of charcoal here. So conserving charcoal right now is a pretty big deal. But also, while I was waiting for all of this to cook, I went out and collected some logs, and I wanted to see what we could do with these walnut logs. And it turns out there's something new here, and that is rough-hewn fences and gates. So these take a lot of logs. So we need 2 logs and 2 sticks for a fence, and then 4 logs and 4 sticks for a gate. But we can make these without having a saw, which that's kind of nice. But I would guess that we can probably do that with any logs. And yeah, so you can see with the maple, unfortunately, it's that awful green. So if we were to look at oak, the oak would look kind of nice. But yeah, the walnut, my gosh, that just looks absolutely amazing. It looks almost like the whatever, the wood that you get in the ruins. But let's go ahead and swap this out for charcoal now. We're at 700 degrees. We have to get to in excess of 1084 degrees to actually melt the copper, and it has to stay there long enough for this arrow to fill up. Now, the more nuggets that are in here, the longer that arrow takes to fill. So, yeah, this could take a little while. So, I'm going to just go ahead and cut recording here, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. There's a party in the pit, and I don't want to be invited. Well, here we are in the middle of the day now, and we have all of our tool heads now. So I think we're going to go ahead and make these into actual tools and go out and see what we can actually find out in the world. So we do have a bunch of stuff in our inventory, but yeah, I think we should be fine. So the first thing that I'm going to do actually is come over here, and I don't remember the key for that, but we're going to start by just doing some poking with our prospecting pick. So we need 2 more samples, so let's grab one here. 1 more sample, and let's grab one here. Alright, so we have very little chances of anything here. So that is good to see. Well, I mean, it's not good to see, but it's good to see that I don't need to be wasting my time with it. And we actually have another ruin here that I haven't looked at. So, a seed vessel. Turnips. Nice. Very nice, actually. So let's go ahead and grab some rocks, and we're going to head further off into the distance. Let's see here. Where are we headed as far as stuff is concerned here? So we're heading into bauxite, which is really bad. Bauxite tends to have 0 ores in it. I think lapis is one of the few things that actually shows up in bauxite. So, yeah, we're going to head back towards spawn a little bit, because this is more in the basalt region. And I am very happily going to take rocks along the way. And so, I suppose somewhere along here, we should take another reading. So, let's see what we can find. Yeah, this looks like as good a place as any. So, we'll go ahead and dig down to the stone. We'll take our first reading here. Okay, 2 more samples needed. So now we'll dig sideways by 3 blocks. And then we'll take another sample over here. And then we'll do the same thing this direction. And see what we get for a sample over here. Make sure that we hit the right block. And so we have, yeah, still not really all that great for anything. So yeah, I'm going to do this for a while. See if we can find anything good. And hopefully we can actually get some stuff mined out somewhere. Well, this is definitely a different tree than I've ever seen. Crimson King Maple. Ooh. I may have to keep that in mind. That looks nice. Ooh. Well, we have a big cave here. I don't know that I like the idea of going down there. And lots of obsidian. Well, that's good. Surface copper. And that's the first little bit of surface copper that I found. Unfortunately, I have no inventory space. So I think... Oh, we don't even have an axe. What can we do? I don't know. I guess we could potentially place this log down here. But we're only going to be able to bookmark this then. Well, I do have to say this is not what I came out here for. But I will happily take it. It looks like this is going to be a single block of meteoric iron. Which, to me, that's fine. That's easy to pick up. I thought that it was a meteor right next to this. And was a little bit confused when I got nothing. And so, yeah. That's just the way that it is. But there we go. 1 block of meteoric iron. Let's go ahead and place some dirt back in here. And I suppose we'll bookmark this as well as being a meteor that is now mined out. But I am way up north of the base. I went about 1,500 blocks north searching for meteor, for copper. And I think we'll go with red on those. And then that is mined out, so that is indicated that way. Now, I did find traces of cassiterite at this copper mine that I just did. And that copper mine was pretty good, giving us 52 medium chunks of copper. However, I have a chest on my back and one in my hands. And so this really makes things go slow. And you can see why I thought this was a meteor. It sure looks like it should be one, but apparently it's not, and that is. I don't know. But anyway, I am slowly making the trek back to the base. If I find anything along the way, I will be bookmarking it or picking it up as best I can. But, yeah, I got a long walk. Well, that's great. That is wonderful. Dang wolf. Okay, so I don't keep the one that's on my back. No, I didn't think so. Oh, so when the wolf hit me, knocked the one out of my hands, and so I was hoping I would be able to actually fight it off. Yeah, not being knocked down that much that quick. Thankfully, not terribly far up here. So there was a ruin right next to where it was. So let's see here. Where were we? Well, I don't know if it was that one. I think I was past that already. Yeah, right here. That's where I need to be. Right there. So we need to go this way. Well, I guess. See if we can kill the wolf. Ooh! We got 10! We got 10! That looks horrifyingly scary. Made even worse by the drift. Wow. I guess he just decided to jump down there. I thought maybe this would be a meteor. I'm lucky I was not standing directly on top of that. Ooh, that would have not been good. Let's check this. This seems a little bit sus. But, alas, no. And I have seen a lot of these shells as I've been out here, but that's the type of thing that we don't worry about until we have a lot of inventory space. Oh, and the sun is almost setting. Great. Well, this is pretty lucky. Right outside of the base, and more tin. So I've already mined out the first one, and yeah, we've got plenty of tin already to get going on getting some bronze. But yeah, more tin. So there we go. It's still poor. The last one was poor as well. And we're right next to the basalt, or not the basalt, the bauxite. But yeah, lots of tin. I think we can switch from copper to bronze now. So we definitely have a lot of stuff that we can now use to make tools. We have over 2 stacks of copper. We have 38 tin. So that's going to allow us to make some bronze. And I still have a lot of stuff to go out and mine in the world. And because of that, I have set up a much larger charcoal pit this time. I think it's 8 double stacks, so 16 stacks of firewood this time. So, yeah, much better than previous times. So, should be smoke particles coming out over here, all the way up to here when it's all said and done. But I think that is going to be it for this one. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you want to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments. And I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, I guess I gotta have a... there we go.